rest of this might not be PG either. What's up, gal? Hang on one second. I'll send this to my mama. Welcome back to the SDC. Welcome back to Kentucky. When they announced the SDC was going to be in Kentucky, a lot of you guys probably pulled out your atlas like, where the hell is that at? Right here, baby. Kentucky is known for fast cars, big Corvettes here. We got the Derby, got race horses. Where my drinkers at? We got bourbon, we got good bourbon in Kentucky. ADG and the SDC, just a few things from the state of Kentucky. So thank you all for coming back. They say that great thrive under pressure, and I want you guys to know that I laid out my best blue jeans. Left them damn things at home, obviously. And I wrote some notes. I don't even write notes. I wrote notes and forgot those at home too. In those notes, I had like 15 F-bombs I edited out, right? I had it down to 9. And since I forgot the notes at home, we'll just find out, won't we? I want to start. First, I want to start by thanking Daryl and the SDC committee for putting this thing together. It's pretty cool to come up in the state of Kentucky. It's not exactly known as the bastion of the detailing haven, right? We've done what we've done, but a big credit goes to Daryl for having the courage and the ability to bring something like this together, and the SDC committee for actually making this thing happen for the 3rd time. So give them a round of applause, guys. These shorts make me look fat, by the way. When I was at Auto Geek, I did some videos, and the guys would ride me on cargo shorts. I'm like, but you put shit on there. Like, what am I supposed to wear? Shorts that I can't put stuff in and have a fanny pack on the front of it? What am I supposed to do? So as a Kentucky boy, a country boy from Kentucky, man, growing up, so I was detailing in the mid and late 90s, all the way to the 2000s and up to now. We didn't really have anything to compare what we did to. I mean, they have a Haynes manual on detailing. How many of you guys got the Haynes manual on detailing? Well, they made one. Okay, you can probably find it on eBay. They had a Haynes manual on detailing, so I had that book, and I'm like, all right, what's detailing supposed to look like? There was nothing to compare it to, right? So we're growing up, and we're learning how to sand and shampoo carpet. We used to dye carpets, yank, seats, yank carpets, all kinds of crazy things. But now the industry has advanced, and technology has advanced so much that the detailing process, hasn't it, Walter, gotten so much easier. Even old guys can do it. And a large credit of that goes to the IDA, Auto Geek, and training classes going on all over the country, and for that, all over the world, that teach people. What I'm getting at is back then there was nothing to compare what we did to. Nowadays, you literally have a cookie cutter formula no matter what training class you go to. Obviously, IDA, boot camps with Auto Geek. So many people and leaders in this industry have said, hey, here's one way that you can measure your detailing skills up to and what fits for you. Backed up by all the software companies that we now have, the marketing companies coming in. See, detailing in the late 90s, this thing worked, was not like it is today. We knocked on doors, we handed out flyers, go to Walmart, put that stuff underneath somebody's wiper blades. Now you have software companies, marketing companies, leadership trainings, hands-on trainings. You can literally have a cookie-cutter formula as to how you want to curtail your business, okay? So back in the day, we just kind of had to be a jack of all trades and perhaps maybe a master of none. But you can literally run a 6-figure detailing business without being the best paint correction person on the planet. Would you guys agree? Yeah. All right, so along the way, I want to tell you something, man, and this is just my own personal story. Don't want to make this about me, but I do counsel other detailers in the industry, and they'll reach out to me. So I was in detention center 18 times before I was 3. That's pretty bad. I was in detention center 3 times before I was 18 years old. And that resonated with some people. I've had people come up to me at SEMA. People call me on the phone and message me, man, I was in prison, I did this, I did that. He's like, man, detailing gave me a second chance. And so when I talk to these guys, I counsel with them, I suppose they trust me or just believe my shit. But it's all true, but they confide in me. They want me to kind of give them a story. How did you do it? And to me, how did I do it? Accident. Failure, 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 accident, I guess. But I tell them, I said, there's 2 families that you have. You have a family of origin and you have a family of choice. Your family of origin is the family that you're born into. And for some people, that's a great family. For some people, it's an okay family. For other people, it's a disaster. It's a nightmare. But what you were born into and your family of origin doesn't have to define you. You know, they say that you are the sum of the people that you hang out with. Well, when you've got a bunch of people like the people in this room right here, how could you go wrong? Right? We call that our family of choice. And so when I've counseled with these guys, they're like, yeah, brother. I said, you know, when you get the mind right, we start getting the mind right by focusing on gratitude. Then when we focus on gratitude, it's the people we hang out with. Nobody wants to hang around a sap. No matter what you did in the past, it's the past, man. Right? The present's the present, and the future is the future. What you're born into doesn't define you. But what you do with that, 100% will define you going forward. And just like the detailing process, the techniques, all the technology, everything, the advancements of the industry, so has the family. The family's grown. Jim Gogan's over here, probably making fun of me right now. But those guys came up. 70s, 80s, the 40s, right, Jim? The 70s and the 80s. The limelight's on us. I got the stage right now. These guys never had the stage, but they chopped the weeds down. They cut the trees down and paved the way for other people like myself to come down that. For other people to confide in me and say, brother, talk to me, dude. Right? I got stinking thinking going on. I'm getting burned out. I'm sick of this. I see the negativity. But if it wasn't for those type of people that paved the way, that built a road that I could walk down and build my little thing on to bless other people. Do you see how this continues on and on and on and on? One thing blesses the next, that blesses the next, and blesses the next. So regardless of your family of origin, your family of choice is always here. And the people that I've got to know over the years have become so close to me and so dear to me, and some of you I've even reached out to, Megan. You know, and you guys have taught me a lot. I've grown up. I was a kid when I started detailing cars. I'm 24 now. 44 now. So in some ways, Beth and I've talked. I grew up in this industry, all right? And I detailed cars for 26 years. Launched ADG and did all that. I left my job, full-time job, a year ago. Took a chance on this idea that I had and failed. There was nothing easy about it. And what I realized was failure equals success. Even though you guys can't see the failure, I see that. But what I'm getting at is when you go through your life and you think that you're failing, nobody else can see that. Nobody else can see that. So don't be so hard on yourself. We have a word for that. What's the word that we have? We call it trenches, man. Trenches. Everybody in this room has been through them. I just got the shirt. So we go through the trenches. To finish this up and to bring it back around, when you go through the trenches, and I promise you will, right? No matter how great you are, at some point you're going to meet resistance, right? Your family of choice is always going to be here. Most of these people will always be here to help you get through it because winners are winners because they invest time to see other people win, right? So you get what you put out. And true winners that are winning in life are probably winning because they want to have a need for and desire to see other people win. So your family of choice, even if your family of origin isn't the perfect thing, it's okay. You can't help it. It's not your fault. But your family of choice 100% is. I appreciate you guys listening to me tonight. Stay in the fight. Thank you guys.